No way he shields this. No way he shields this. No way he shields this. No way he shields this.
Didn't we help?
Oh!
Hey everybody, HomeSliceHenry here, and we've got a fun one for you guys today. We are taking a look at Magmortar in the Master League Premier Cup. Magmortar is definitely a spicier pick. It's not main meta by any means, so I decided to try it out, and honestly I had quite a few fun games with it. I was really having fun on stream, and we actually did manage to get a positive set with Magmortar, and on top of that we had a game where Magmortar almost soloed a whole team. So anyways, if you guys do enjoy the video, definitely hit that like button and feel free to subscribe, and we'll hop into these battles. Hopping into the first battle here against Gruner, and we have a Togekiss mirror match. The idea behind the team was a very common team composition involves a double steel team featuring either a Dragonite, Machamp, or Haxorus in front, so I wanted to build a team to counter that one. So we have our Togekiss in the lead, which counters those leads. We have our Magmortar in back to handle the Metagross, and then we have our Garchomp in back to handle a potential Magnezone. So you can see here we are in the mirror. Unfortunately, my opponent does get the boost, which is really not good. So we have to just soak damage with Magmortar. They get to another charge move. I have to shield it up because it would do so much damage. Hit your power is super effective. We are able to finally take him down, but we're down a shield. Garchomp comes in, and it's not looking good. I unfortunately go for a Fire Punch here. I mean, it got shielded, but I should have gone for the Brick Break because Fire Punch is very, very resisted. It does like no damage there, and yeah, he's just gonna be able to throw a Sand Tomb and take me out here. Like, Magmortar is unfortunately not doing too well in the first game. Garchomp comes in, and unfortunately he does have the energy advantage, so he's going to be able to hit the Outrage and take game one. So unfortunately not able to grab the dub in game one with Magmortar. Hopping into the second match though, Togekiss into a Dragonite. This is a really nice lead here. We'll see what they switch into. And they switch into a Metagross. So this is looking like the Dragonite double steel line. So here we'll be able to go for the Fire Punch, and we will need to shield a potential Earthquake from the Metagross, but we'll be able to farm down here. And so we are going to shield that up. Turns out they baited with Meteor Mash for some reason, but the Metagross can get to the Earthquake there. Alright, and at this point I was still running Brick Break. Towards the end of the sets, as you'll see, I do switch the secondary move to Psychic, which ends up being a fun one for sure. At this point, they're basically just able to farm me down. I'm just going to keep throwing resistant Fire Punches just to do some chip damage on the way. And honestly, it's done a decent amount of chip damage. We'll be able to hop in with the Togekiss. They switch into Magnezone, and we have a Garchomp, and we can just farm down here. There's nothing they can do to beat us, so we'll be fine. Except watch this. They Flash Cannon us. Who runs Flash Cannon? Just what? And unfortunately, I do over-farm a bit there. I don't use Garchomp much, so I wasn't sure where 100 energy lay. And they actually let it go, so had they not let that go, I might have been in a bit of trouble. But, I mean, this ends up working out because I have the Togekiss. It's very, very healthy, and I can safely no-shield this because I could survive a Hurricane. Yeah, and they baited with the Claw, and I'm just going to be able to charm down. So we're able to take a win with Magmortar. Magmortar has a very important role of basically taking out the second steel. We get a Haxorus lead, so things are looking great here. And same double steel team. So here we go. Magmortar is going to be able to put in work against this Metagross. As discussed, we are going to have to shield an EQ, since that would kill us, but we'll just be able to farm down here after successfully landing the Fire Punch. And then we'll be able to apply some not very effective pressure onto that Dragonite if it comes back in, which it will, because they're not going to bring the Magnezone out into this. Yep, and they bring out the, oh, my apologies, the Haxorus, not Dragonite. I'm just going to go for neutral Brick Breaks. Really doesn't do a lot, but they go for a move, which honestly works really well for me here. Just, yeah, fine. Hit me with the Night Slash. Unfortunately, can't get the move off. I hop into Togekiss. They swap into Zone, and I counter with a Garchomp, and they're going to be leaving the match. So good games there. Win number 2 with Magmortar, and we're 2-1 in our set. And we're hopping into game number 4. This is not a great lead. We're going to instantly swap into Magmortar as our safe swap, and they have a Dragonite. This is where, yeah, having Psychic would be very helpful, because having Brick Break and Fire Punch both are going to be resisted by Dragonite, so Magmortar ends up being helpless when paired up against a Dragonite. So at this point I hadn't yet figured out that Psychic Fire Punch was the moveset to go with, so we are in a pickle here. They're going to farm us down. I'm coming in with Togekiss. I'm basically realizing I'm probably just going to need to sack the Togekiss at this point. Turns out they were just baiting, so good no shield, and I'm able to farm down. They're going to come back in with the Magnezone. I hop into the Garchomp, and they have a Mamoswine in back. So they're dealing double super effective damage, so this is effectively over. Unfortunately, we were just rock, paper, scissors here. Not a whole lot we could do. They're going to throw, and at this point, there's not really a point in shielding, so I'm just going to let this go. Avalanche does connect. Come in with the Togekiss, and we'll let that go as well. So unfortunately, we do drop game number 4. So here we go. It all comes down to game number 5. If we can pull this off, hop it into game number 5 against Ovinomancer, leading Togekiss into Machamp. So this is a really positive lead for us. They switch into Snorlax. I don't have a great Snorlax answer, so my goal is to do a ton of charm damage until they throw a Body Slam, which they do. I'm going to No Shield and then come in with Magmortar, because now that the Snorlax has a lot less health, the Magmortar should be able to do fairly well. We're coming in here with Magmortar, we're hitting them for Brick Break, and we actually do get a shield, so that honestly works out. I'm shielding up in case they do a heavier hitting move, but it's just a Body Slam, and I should be able to get, oh, looks like I can't quite get to the Brick Break. Body Slam will come through. This does a lot because Magmortar is very squishy, but we are able to get to the Brick Break, and this should come pretty close to KOing, even though Brick Break is a terrible move. Yep, and one Fire Spin takes it out. Machamp comes back in, cannot get to a move, unfortunately. Hopping in with the Togekiss. Unfortunately, we CMP tie there. I'm going to need to shield this up. They do go for the Rock Slide, and yeah, this is not ideal. I need them to shield this Flamethrower, and they do not. They have a Metagross in back, and it's all she wrote at this point. They have a shield. They get to a move. I can't shield this. I'm just going to have to throw the Earthquake since we CMP tied. Just throw in the Earthquake, and they let it through. They thought I was baiting Earthquake, but I was not. So we are able to go 3-2 in a set with Magmortar, which is fantastic. And here are just 2 extra wins that I had with Magmortar. First one into a Mamoswine lead. So this is not the best lead at all. We are going to be shielding up this Avalanche because we do want to take switch advantage. And we're going to go for the Ancient Power. You know, see if we can get a boost. Why not? 10% chance, I believe. And we get the boost. At this point, I'm shielding it, and I'm just riding with this Togekiss. And to see if we can do as much damage as possible. They're going to bring in a Metagross. But the thing is I'm going to be able to do quite a bit of damage. Like, look at those charms. Since they're boosted, they're adding up. And I'm going for a bait here of Ancient Powers. And we get a shield, which is fantastic. I hop into the Garchomp aggressively, and they go for a Meteor Mash, and they bring in a Haxorus. We're able to get to an Outrage. Shields are down. This is definitely going to take out the Haxorus, which is fantastic. Metagross is coming in. We just need to get to an Outrage, and we are able to get to the Outrage. This Outrage is going to be enough to KO, and we're going to be able to take the game. So Magmortar did not even see the field of play in that game. But hey, I mean, we'll take it. We'll take it. Still counts. And this is the battle against Thinly Sliced. By the end of this battle, this man was thinly sliced. We get a Machamp lead, switches in Metagross. I instantly counter with Magmortar. I'm going for the Fire Punch, as we've discussed, and I'll just need to shield once, and I'll be able to Fire Spin down after connecting with the Fire Punch. Yep, and I'm going to shield and arm down. And as you can see, the moveset has been changed. I'm running Psychic on this Magmortar. And guess who comes back but Machamp? Uh-oh. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Oh my goodness. One shots the Machamp. Magnezone comes in. Come on. Just don't shield. Let me sweep with Magmortar, please. But they shield. No. Now we're going to have to try and farm them down. And we just can't. So Magmortar takes out 2 3/4 Pokemon by itself. And we are able to take the game. So honestly, I had a ton of fun trying out Magmortar. Definitely more of a spice pick, but I had an absolute blast. And anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, yeah, I really appreciate everyone who hangs out at my live streams and watches the videos. So thank you guys so much, and I will see you guys in the next video.